Hello, audience. My name is Dawson. His name is Justin.
Hello.
And welcome back to the movie review. Today's spoiler movie review is for Wonder Woman. This movie came out just a couple days ago, and the synopsis is before she was Wonder Woman, she was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, and trained warrior. When a pilot crashes and tells of conflict in the outside world, she leaves home to fight a war to end all wars, discovering her full powers and true destiny. This movie stars Gal Gadot as Diana, and aka Wonder Woman, and Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. So obviously, this movie is the fourth installment in the new DC universe, DCEU, and is the most critically acclaimed superhero movie in the DCU
By
thus
far.
far, holding a 92% Rotten Tomatoes.
Compared to like 18%.
Yeah, so it's definitely doing very well. Justin, what did you think about Wonder Woman?
So first to start things off, we already discussed this a tiny bit, but the opening cinematic just shows all DC heroes, gives a special little spotlight to Green Lantern as like one of their core heroes.
Hal Jordan's Green Lantern.
So that's kind of pointing to him coming sooner rather than later, because we know there's a Green Lantern's Corpse movie coming.
2020.
Yeah, but this makes it seem like it's going to be like we're seeing him real soon.
Yeah, which I think he's gonna have something in Justice League.
Either whether it be like actual role in it or just a small appearance, either way he'll be there in some fashion, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Um, so to start things off, I thought Themyscira was freaking beautiful.
That's a cool place.
It had such cool landscapes, and it was just a magnificent looking place, and the shots they had there looked really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Basically the movie begins. She's doing her training and stuff. She's a kid, which is cool because I haven't really seen that part of her backstory before.
No.
Like I've seen her in like Justice League and stuff like that, but I never like dived into her backstory. Like I knew she was from Themyscira. I knew she was like the daughter of Zeus. I knew that all that kind of stuff, but I didn't actually like ever see her in her young age, except for that one time in Justice League when they were turned into little kids, but it
Yeah.
doesn't really count. Um, and then basically she's doing her training, and then Chris Pine's plane falls through the
Chris
sky.
Pratt Pine.
Chris Pratt Pine. Too many Chris's in this fucking industry. His plane falls from the sky, and that's the first thing I have to question about Wonder Woman, in general, just like her world is, it's not, though it is hidden from the eye, it's not well protected.
No, you can.
If
Get
you can
into
just
the-
sail
yeah.
right through it, that's real dumb. I'm
I
surprised
feel
people
like-
don't come there more often.
I feel like where it's placed at, I feel like over the millenniums it's been there,
Mhm.
somebody's had to come across it.
Yeah,
and they
'cause-
said that no one has been there, but there's a random pilot from the British, technically the American forces, but he's with the British. He's allied with the British.
Mhm.
Just flies in, crashes in. So yeah, I mean,
And then a bunch of
kinda-
Germans come through.
and a
as
bunch
well.
of Germans come. But it was a cool sequence.
Yeah, it
no
looks
matter
cool.
what, it was a really cool sequence.
It's just really questionable how protected they truly are.
Yeah, but you know they held their own against it, and they did a good job. But yeah, that was questionable that he just flew in.
The fight on the beach was really cool choreograph, with arrows flying everywhere, bullets flying everywhere, and we're sorry. As I was saying before, I had to move my vehicle. Just the shots on Themyscira look really cool. The fight on the beach was really cool choreographed. Seeing people fire their arrows through the air, and it would just look really cool because I'm more of a fan of using archery based weapons and stuff like that as opposed to guns,
Sure.
because I think it just makes for a cooler shot.
Yeah.
Um, so seeing them all fight like horseback and all that was really cool. Seeing Wonder Woman using her gauntlet to deflect bullets all throughout the movie was always cool, because it seemed like most times they or at least a good number of times they slowed it down so you could actually see the bullet deflecting, and that made for some really cool shots.
Yeah.
This movie just overall is just really well shot in many different ways.
Yeah, I think it's by Patty Jenkins, and she's also coming back for the sequel. And I'm sure she'll be doing a lot more within I mean, not only just DC and comic movies in general, but I feel like we're going to see a lot more of her after Wonder Woman, especially with strong female leads, because she did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. All the stuff on the island was really cool. The shots, where like Wonder Woman is using the lasso are some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Though the lasso at some points looks extremely CGI, it's still really really cool.
Yeah, a weapon like that is kind of hard to get just right because it is such a. Even though we have rope, it's still such a fantasy item that it can like basically can go wherever you want it to go.
Sure.
So it's just and plus with the added light going around it, just made it harder to get just right.
So Gal Gadot, everyone saw her in Batman v Superman, and though she was not necessarily a needed part within the movie, a lot of people liked her.
Mm-hmm.
And same again with this role. She is needed.
Of course.
And also, she's really good as Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Not only as like Princess Diana Prince, but also Wonder Woman. She plays.
I told you this earlier. They've been really good at their casting, where they look like they just came straight out of the comics. Like between her and like Superman, they both look like they just peeled them right off the page and threw them into like a real life human. And I have to say, I fell in love with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I think she did a excellent job as the role.
Yeah.
She looked. I couldn't pick anybody else better than her.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that we know in the industry
Mm-hmm.
that could play her better than Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Not just in looks, but in badassery, and just she's perfect.
Yeah.
She's absolutely perfect for the role, and I hope that we see her for a long time after. I can't wait to see her in Justice League later this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now Chris Pine's character, he plays Stephen Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was fine too. I thought he was fine. They did the whole love story trope, because a lot of his movies need a love interest. Thor did it, Captain America did it, Iron Man did it. I mean, they all have love interests, so why
It's
not
just
throw
part of the character.
And also Superman, Man of Steel had a love interest, so throwing her love interest in it was good. And Chris Pine did a good job. I am sad to see him go. I wish I could have saw him, a little bit more, but it is what it is. He went out, saving a lot of people. I think the small comedic values he brought, the small little, funny bits here and there were good.
Mm-hmm. That's what something this movie got right. Is people worried that like if the DC adds jokes and stuff like that, then it'll lose all of its seriousness. But this movie was a perfect blend of serious with it had good timed comedic value to it as well.
Yeah, and it was from because you have to look at it this way. Not only did Chris Pine do good jokes, but so did Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
They were both coming from opposite worlds, and they didn't really understand each other very well, and that's where most of the jokes came from. Was Diana didn't understand his world, he didn't understand Diana's world, and that's where a lot of the comedic stuff came from. Was lost in translation, mix-ups, I love the part where they're at the train station and Diana gets ice cream. She says, "You should be very proud of this creation, because it's just a thing that we all take for granted." She's experienced it for the first time, and she's like, where I come from, one person would have created this, and he or she would have gotten all the praise for it. But look at you here, just at a train station. You created the best thing I ever tasted. I just thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
Seeing her trying different dresses and then try to fight in them, that was amazing. She ripped so many dresses. She tried so many on. I just thought that was great. I'm tired of damsels in distress.
Yeah.
It's
a overused trope. To be honest.
Nowadays they're just unnecessary, unneeded. We have so many movies that have shown that the female leads are more badass than the male counterparts. I mean, take The Force Awakens, for example. Everyone thought Finn was going to be the hero of the movie, and it turned out that Rey was.
With Rogue One.
Yeah,
lead.
completely fucked you over, and you're just like, whoa, okay. Took everyone off guard, and that's what I like about this movie. That she was never saved. She never really needed to be saved. Now, did there need to be a damsel in distress? Of course, and that was Chris Pine's character a few times.
Yeah.
but overall, you know, she saved him from the plane crash. She also saved him when they were coming after the book in the alley, and she deflected a few bullets. But overall, I felt like everyone held their own, her more than everyone else. I think, you know, a lot of people are talking about the most badass scene being the end of the movie where she fights the god of war, Ares, the mustache man.
Mustache man.
But I think the most badass scene of the entire movie is when they're in the trenches
I 100% agree.
and she gets out and she's walking towards it. And I think that's the most badass scene.
Yeah, I literally whole way through I was like smiling like a maniac. I had chills. Just the whole scene did everything for me. It just
Yeah.
was such an awesome, perfect scene.
Yeah, so I think that's the best scene in the entire movie when it comes to the fight sequences. Overall, the movie is a lot of fun. It's really good, a great origin story. Now, Justin, there are a few parts I didn't like. I
And
have to
what
be
would those
honest.
be?
Too much dialogue. Too much dialogue. I felt like they were trying to tell too much backstory, not just with her,
Mm-hmm.
but we spent too much time with the German army. We spent too much time with this chemical lady. We spent too much time like trying to get her, trying to get. I don't think we needed that. I don't think because
I
like
can see it.
she's been marketed as the villain of the movie, but she's not really. Like
She
there's
just
like
is assisting
there's
the
like
villain.
3 villains of the movie.
Mhm.
She being included, kind of, but she's more of an assistant. She's
She's just a creator.
just a chemist.
Yeah.
So, and also, I didn't like Ares. I had to be honest.
I think Ares-
I think his suit was cool.
Yeah, his
I think
armor
the-
looked cool.
I think the fight sequence was cool. I think it was miscasted.
Yeah, definitely. I thought like he would have like, because we've seen in other movies where they've had gods, they can change their appearance
Yeah.
as they please. I thought that's what he would do. I thought he would change to become some more badass looking dude.
Yeah, and they even
to
had
fit
a
his armor.
They even had a flashback when he still had a mustache.
Yeah, it was still the same guy. They just give him longer hair.
And I was just like, I don't like that. I just don't think that should have. I think he was miscasted.
I
think
can
that
see it.
I think he should play that character, the kind of, you know, the cripple with the leg injury. You know, unbeknownst to the audience, he was the villain the whole entire time. He was standing right in front of us. But when it came to him putting on the armor, trying to fight, he just looked out of place.
I agree.
And also, I can only think of Harry Potter because he was in Harry Potter.
Was he in Harry Potter?
I forgot the character's name, but he fucking had a mustache too in the movie. I don't know if he just never shaves his mustache in the movie, in any movie he's been in, but he's also been in Harry Potter, and I'm just like, what are you doing? But I think those are the 2 parts that I was like really thrown off about. Was there was just so much. There was so much backstory and dialogue and heavy dialogue sequences where it's just nothing but talking and talking and talking and talking, and also the villain of the movie. Though the fight sequence was cool, it's just when you saw the person underneath the armor, you're just like, how is he?
He's not threatening at all.
Yeah, and it's like there's sometimes where it's those characters that, you know, don't look threatening that turn out to be really threatening. And we just saw Fantastic Beasts, and though Ezra Miller's character wasn't necessarily, you know, the bad guy of the movie, he was very creepy and very whatever. So when he turned into that giant monster thing, it worked.
Yeah.
It didn't work with this guy, but it didn't throw me out of the movie too much. I still enjoy that fight sequence. I still think overall Wonder Woman was fantastic.
Definitely.
And props to everyone who worked in that film because they produced a great product for the DCEU and completely saved it.
Hell yeah.
And I hope they continue.
Yeah, they can't just have one high note and then let the rest drop.
Yeah, they need
Because-
to step up their game if they're going to actually do this.
Yeah, if Justice League fails, then the universe as a whole should probably just kind of be scrapped. If that's kind of how it is, because you can't have 4 bad movies and 1 good one, call yourself a universe.
Yeah.
Because then people just stop going to see your movies. If they're just going to keep being blows after blows, because you just gave them a good movie, it'll feel even worse than seeing like, oh, I just saw Batman v Superman, now Suicide Squad. I feel bad that this movie's shit, but after seeing Wonder Woman, and then if the following movies are bad, then I'll be like, now I just feel even worse because I know they can do something good.
Yeah. It's like, you know. So, hoping for the future, Justice League comes out in a short few months.
Yep, it's June now, comes out November.
So
close.
So close. And we could see more of her.
Yeah.
More of her relationship with Batman. And,
Superman.
you know, I think they're going the Batman route
They
this
probably
time.
will.
but I'm looking forward to it. But overall, Wonder Woman, such a blast, a
Definitely.
lot of fun, and just overall a beast origin story.
Hell yeah.
So, Justin,
Mm-hmm.
ratings and recommendation.
I think I have no choice but to give Wonder Woman let's say a 9.5.
Okay.
Because this movie it hit all the high notes for me. It felt real good.
Okay.
What do you give it?
I give Wonder Woman a 9.
Would you recommend?
No. Yes, absolutely. Go see Wonder Woman.
Yep, if you haven't seen it already, just go do it right now. Right now. Get in your
now.
car, drive away. Don't even stop the video. Just go
Don't
right now.
Leave your kids at home. Go.
Right now. So, any final thoughts?
The music in the movie is badass too.
Yeah.
I think the score for it was awesome. Every time she would fight, there's a certain piece of music that would play, and it was beautiful. I
Uh-huh.
loved it. It's in the trailer. It's great.
Yeah. Gal Gadot, you are a great lady, and thank you for being part of this universe and saving it. But till next time, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.